In this video, we're going to go over video detection. Go into your menu, so right-click System Setup, put in your username and password if you need to. Click on Channel Setup, click on Video Detection. By default, it starts off on channel 1. And whatever settings you enable here, you can copy across to whichever camera you want or to all the cameras. So let's go through all of these settings. Set sensitivity, play around with it. So it can detect a slight movement to a very high movement. So if you've set it to a very high, it will pick up the slightest motion. So you'll have to play around with this per motion detection video channel that you want motion detection on. You can have the type of detection. By default it's set to motion, but you can have video blocked. So for example, let's say someone covers the camera, it will then send the message that someone has covered the camera. That's very similar to also video cover. You also have what is called video loss. And video loss is, let's say someone has cut the power to your camera or cut the video cable feed to your camera. This will enable one of these notifications to come up. Your alarm duration is basically how long you want the alarm to be going off for. So for example, let's say you've enabled the buzzer, the system picks up motion, the buzzer will then go off for 5 seconds. You can change this from 1 second up to continuous. Then you have area edit. When you click on area edit, by default, all is selected. So if you have movement over here, it's going to pick up the movement. It will then send the error message to the DVR. If there's movement here in the bottom left hand corner, it will send the error message. But you can choose which area you want the DVR to pick up motion on. So let's say, for instance, your camera is over a road and the road is over here and there's cars moving at night, and you don't want your camera to be going off every time there's a car passing by. You can select the area that you don't want. Let's do a right click. So right click to clear all, left click to select the area that you want motion on. Right click to return, and the area has now been edited to only pick up motion in the red. These are the notifications that you may want. So let's say the DVR is in your house and you want the buzzer to go off. You can select the buzzer. Alarm is if you have an alarm connected to the DVR. Email notice is when it picks up motion, it will send an email to the email address that you've set up in the DVR. FT upload is if you've got an FTP server. When it picks up motion, it will send that recording up to the FTP server. And app alarm is if you've got the app on your phone, you'll receive an alarm through that app. So let's say again you have set up your settings. You can then copy those settings to the video cameras that you want, even to all.